So here we are at Big Bear. We're headed down the mountain from fishing. I just want you guys to see some scenery shots and then check out that traffic on the upbound side so you guys understand how much traffic there is coming up the mountain. But a lot of the lake is frozen. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we'll show you guys in another spot up here. But yeah, about 60% of the lake is ice. There's the area near the red house. It's all ice. Just a lot of people basically snow playing over here near the shore. Hopefully none of them are dumb enough to go out on that ice, but every year it seems like somebody is. But here's driving by the red house. Trash cans are full, so hopefully they'll be through soon to pick up some of that trash before it ends up just everywhere. But yeah, most of the lake is frozen. And once we get past the dam right here, you're gonna get to see how bad the traffic is. It's pretty bad. So this is the first backup that you run into in the Arctic Circle. It's all snow play backup going down the mountain. So there's just sections and sections of open, but this is all the go home traffic on my side. So we're right here on the Arctic Circle part. I believe that's what they call this, the Arctic Circle. It's basically between the dam and the overlook, lake overlook point there. But yeah, pretty gnarly backup, but it moves. It's moving. So we'll check back when we see some more activity. So as we come around the corner, you can see that the highway over there, it's backed up all the way over there, and we're going that way, and it's backed up on the other side of that, all this traffic here. So definitely left earlier than I normally would to come down the mountain to avoid this, but right now this is moving. In another hour it'll be dead stopped. It'll be a 3-hour drive to get down the hill. So this will be mainly the worst from here to the resort, and then from the resort past that should be a lot better. But yep, pretty bad. Wait till you guys see the uphill traffic. Here's the first set of snow play along the highway, basically. People just posing and enjoying the snow. If it weren't for the emergency turnouts, I think they would probably block all this off from snow play, but for now, still open. You can see where we came from over that way. Hammered traffic. So right here at the Lakeview Point area is the first major snow play that I've seen, where people are clogging up the roads a little bit because of it. Right at the top here, just above the resort. I just don't understand like why people want to play like literally right on the highway. It's just kind of, I don't know. I just think they just make the effort to go into a better spot. But look at this, guys. This is why there's traffic. Because look at this guy right here, parked right on the highway. Just literally on the road right there. So now we're getting into it where people are being ridiculous. But most of this is no parking. Basically from that sign right there, that way. There's just a small sliver of parking right here. But people are just playing in the snow, like right on the road. Here's another example. A lot of cars are parking on the road. You can see this guy just literally out on the highway, and just no room for the other traffic to get by. And they don't care. I mean, they'll just park there until, you know, there's a problem. But you can see Look at people backing into the small spots, just backing up the highway. But it's bad up here, guys, real bad. This is just the beginning of the uphill side traffic, so wait till we get to the other side of this resort and you see how bad that is. Our side is at least moving. This side is just going to be dead stopped. Just before the resort, this is a popular area for people to play, but they built the berms up, which is pretty smart, and that kept a lot of people from parking on the highway over here, and so it's a lot less crowded. There's still going to be a bunch of trash and broken sleds everywhere because they just basically they'll park down the road here. But that's why a lot of these people are looking for places to park to get out and play, but there really aren't any parking spots. So you can see everybody playing here right at the edge of the property for the resort. But people just walking right down the highway with their dogs, and that's why it's thick up here. It's just it's a zoo. But here we go, we're gonna be passing by the resort, so let's go check this out. This is right at the resort. They have, our side should flow a little better now, but the uphill side just past this resort is absolutely hammered. But it looks like the resort's packed. They're enjoying the money. That's great. Glad the business, you know, a lot of jobs for the mountain, a lot of people that work there, you know, that live up here. That's good for them. Good for the economy. All right, so once we get past the resort, you're gonna see this traffic. It's a whole nother level of traffic. You'll see it coming up here. So just past the resort on the downhill side, there's a backup that starts again, and this is backed up all the way into Arrowbear area, and then it'll break up again, but the backup right here is just through to Arrowbear. There's just a couple of really hard spots for the downbound side, but the uphill side's really bad, especially past Arrowbear. It just dead stopped. So here's the sledding area right here where people are, you can basically go down there and pay to sled. So that's hammered, but here begins the backup for the uphill traffic right here. So from here all the way to the base of the mountain is like this, just solid traffic. And most of these people don't realize that even when you get to the top here, there's nowhere to play, there's nowhere to park. It's pretty much, you can drive into the town, like you can drive into Big Bear, but there's no real snow play there. So the majority of the play is in the more wilderness areas that didn't catch on fire during the El Dorado fire. Those areas are still open, but the El Dorado burn areas are all closed. So that's like Forest Falls and all that. That's all closed. So, but yeah, this upbound traffic is going to be thick all the way down. So we'll watch that as we head down. We should be moving pretty good. There's a couple of slowdowns for us through running springs, but most of this should be good for us on the way down now. So this is the backup now, like I said, right before you get into Arrowbear. So this is backed up all the way to the bottom of the mountain like this, and it basically doesn't stop until you get to the Arctic Circle area. It kind of lightens up right there, but it's pretty bad. So we'll show you guys all the way to the bottom. We'll show you how bad it really is in different sections. So just at the edge of Arrowbear, it's just dead stopped for the most part on the upbound side. Just hammered traffic. We're almost to the Green Valley turnoff right here. It's coming up on the right. But what you got to watch for if you're going downhill through this is you got to watch for people that suddenly decide they want to flip at you, and they'll just pull out, and it's really dangerous. There goes Green Valley Road. So this is right in the town of Arrowbear now. Just dead stopped. Thousands of people, thousands, up here today. Some more of the backup right through the Arrowbear area. Pretty much stopped right here. And like I said, these people don't realize like there's nowhere to play in the snow above where they're at. They're actually not far from here is better to play in the snow in this area than it is past this. So my family, I know of a bunch of nice spots to play in the snow in the Forest Service land that you can basically just drive up and there's no traffic to get to it at all. So do a little research there and you guys will be able to find some nice spots to play in. But otherwise, this is what happens. You wait in this kind of stuff. So this is the area near the Valero gas station in what's called Deer Lick. So it's pretty bad. This gas station is probably just killing it right now in money, man. They are killing it. But I don't think the people living up here right now are too excited about all this, because I mean, you're a prisoner in your house. I mean, you could go downhill pretty good. Like if they wanted to leave, you could do that. But imagine if you worked downhill and you had to come back up and you were off of work right now, and basically take you 3-4 hours just to get up to your house. And so once we got past that, we're moving okay. But you can see the uphill traffic is just solid cars. And it's like that, like I said, all the way to just past the resort. And then from there up, it's not as bad. From there all the way to Big Bear. But basically from the bottom of the hill to the resort, it's just dead stop all the way. So here we're coming into Running Springs now, where they have a couple of gas stations and all that. Just a small slowdown for the downbound traffic. The upbound seems to be moving right here, but it's really not. Just right behind me, it's dead stopped. This is just moving because people they pull off and all that. But there's people just right here. Believe it or not, that's actually a park and they can play right there. It's not a bad idea. People are pretty smart to stay there, because above here it's no good. But here, right back into it. That little town turnoff part for the main town is just absolutely gridlocked in there. It's not even moving. But we're cruising through the city of Running Springs. Right after this, we should be moving okay on the downbound side. Pretty solid. But I think going, there might be a couple of slowdowns anyway, but we're pretty good through here. As you can see, below the city of Running Springs is just stopped. There's no, like, it's not moving at all. Pretty much parked. And this is the thick of it. This is where it's probably the worst for everybody, and it's like this for miles. I don't even know how far that is. You guys can measure that out, but I bet you this backup is more than 10 miles up the mountain just like that. And at that rate, it's going to take them 3 hours to get through what we just went through in that short time. That's probably 2 to 3 hour drive right there. So don't envy any of these people. And every mile that we go by just adds on. But yep, solid cars all the way. So some might ask, like, what's the point of posting this video? But the point of this video is to prepare anyone, especially on my channel, the people coming up here to go fish, to show them, you know, just how bad it is, and you need to plan accordingly. Leave early. leave really early. If you're gonna fish it, if you want to come up here and fish, then leave before. You want to be up on the lake before it's even light. I'd say arrive on the water about 6. If you're up there by then, you'll be cool. You won't have any traffic coming up. But if you wait, you're gonna deal with all kinds of traffic. So you can't just say, yeah, it's 9 o'clock, let's go up the mountain. Yeah, if you do that, you're gonna be sitting in this. There's the passing lane area just south. And right behind me, there's no traffic coming down the hill behind me. None. So all that broke up. And this is just solid traffic coming up the mountain. I saw this on the news in the last couple days. I saw them post about this, and I didn't believe it was that bad, but I knew it would be backed up. But I heard it was backed up all the way to the base of the mountain, and that boggles my mind because I know how far that is. I come up here so often, and so it just doesn't register that it's really backed up that far. But as you can see, it definitely is. So like I said, when you're coming down, be careful, because people will just out of nowhere decide to flip a U, and they'll just run. You'll just broadside them. So we're on our way down. Just solid cars. And when you get down to this level in this area, they're not moving. It's just dead stopped. They're not even moving. And that's what makes me wonder, what's the point? Like, these people get up at 11 in the morning and they said, you know what, let's drive up the mountain. I mean, at that late in the day, they gotta know that it's gonna be so bad coming up here. So, but obviously they're not alone. That's what's crazy, is all these people, you know, had the same thought. You know, let's go up the mountain. But it's 12:40 right now, so this is what it looks like at noon. It's gonna be dark in 3 hours. So I really don't know what these people were talking about doing, but I don't know if they're just going for a drive or they were going to come up here and play in the snow. But whatever the case, it's just solid cars all the way down. All right, let's get down about another mile and check on it there. It's solid here. So this is a little further down the mountain. The snow level, where there's actually patches, still patches, is at 4,700 feet. So if you were curious at where the lowest level the snow is up here, where I'm seeing it, is about 4,700. But it's still just stopped. And they got people just getting out and walking. That's crazy. But just solid cars all the way down. And down here, like I said earlier, this is just not even moving. There's nowhere, and the thing is, there's nowhere for these people to go. There's no other turns, there's no other highways, there's no neighborhoods, nothing. It's just a 2-lane road with some turnouts. I mean, I don't know why these people aren't just flipping a U and getting out of here, but like right here would be a great spot for them to just turn around. So there's a small window right here where the northbound side is moving a little bit, but when they go right around the corner above me, that's gonna get to a dead stop. But you can see the upbound traffic is still on the bright side. It's, you know, beautiful scenery right here. Well, that's gonna be it, guys. It looks like there's gotta be something wrong up here. There's probably somebody blocking traffic or something for the northbound side, but we're just about to the flats down here and off the mountain, so we're gonna close it out with that. So just be ready, guys. If you're coming up the mountain, be ready for that traffic. It's ridiculous. It is really bad. So no point in coming up here. If you're not up here, if you're not leaving your house and from the valley and you're getting up here on the mountain, headed up the hill by 7:30, 8, be ready to sit in that kind of traffic. I would not come up here for quite a while. If you're not interested in the snow, then just, you know, fish at another time, guys. it's not worth it for most of you guys if you can't get up here real early. So, all right, I'm out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching all these crazy tourists up here on the mountain from 3:30 near Big Bear. I'm out. Thanks for watching.